All right. So what I was saying is that I think it would be ideal for us to clarify what are the areas of challenge so that we can look into it. Because this is not really training, it's just a way to address those issues. And like I said, we have various sources by which money can get to me if we are buying a points through me. But the biggest challenge is how does it work in the country that the person is located? I know, in more advanced countries, things are very seamless. To be honest, we have various sources by which you can pay. But in Africa, especially, a lot of the African governments, they try to restrict, or because of how much they want to make on transfers, they want you to go through the bank. And one of them is even Nigeria, it's really difficult, except you go through the black market. And if you look at Liberia, I'm not sure we tried on the
You can
wise.
plug
I
in
don't think
the thing now.
say that again, sorry.
Please,
Sorry.
please, I
Can you
think
just
you all
mute
need to mute, mute,
if you're
yes.
coming in, please?
Please mute yourself so that the voice does not come in.
Okay.
But Amy, yes, what I want you to look at while you're introducing and making the overall is
Yes.
the relationship, the responsibility of the stockist,
Yes.
its relationship to the head office and to the customers, because the
Yes.
stockist seems to be the bridge between the customer and the company. So just highlight
Yeah, most definitely.
the importance of the stockist and the
Yeah, most
responsibility.
Yeah, most definitely. So the stock is really is the one that keeps all the products in the various countries. So what they try to do is as much as possible to have one stockist in every country. But first of all, the management keep banging on you need to have enough people in that country because one, it costs the stockist, whoever is going to be the stockist, $10,200 to have the backing and the go ahead from the government, from the management, and also the government of the country. Because if there's any licensing to be done, any company registration, any customs clearance and things, it's the stockists that do all of this, and they are like the one that represent the company in that country. So what the management try to do is to just try to assess and see if the country in question has got enough members to collect the product, because what they don't want to do is put all the product in that country and nobody's collecting it, or they don't have enough clients in the country. So importantly, they always emphasize on that. But ideally, once we have a stockist in the country, then it's a lot easier for the transactions, because what it means is that one, you can pay through the local stockist and get your points there, and two, you can collect product. So like yesterday, Mr. Geoffrey paid using USDT, because which are one of the options that we have. So when the USDT came, I sent that to Malaysia. Malaysia gave me the point. We gave it to him. Luckily, the biggest person in Revoobit in terms of distributor is in Uganda, and he spoke to him last night. He's spoken to him today. So I'm sure he must have collected his product by now because he hasn't got back to me. I've also spoke to the guy, our guy. So because he's I think in the other side of the country, which is close to Kenya. So he's been able to send to him, and we've discussed. So if we have a stockist in the country, is a lot easier. But in the absence of no stockist, it means that, like I said, this is where I'm available and I'll be happy to send the product from the UK. So, like, I've sent that to Chief, I've sent to St. Lucia, America, and all that throughout last week to about 2 weeks ago. So, product can leave from the UK. The only constraint is just that it costs a bit more, with all these courier services, especially if the product is not in that particular country. So, and that's how the stockists work. So, but as discussed with Chief, what we can do is, if we have a representative in our team, like this team we've put together in every country. So, if, for example, they can do minimum of a gold or at worst a silver, so they have product. So when they sell that or distribute it to their clients all over their country, once they are low in stock, we can send another one. They can request, we can send another one until that country has got enough team to apply to be a stockist. And also, because of the financial commitment too, if people are happy to pay that 10,200. I had a meeting with management recently, but they are saying it's not just having the 10,200. We want to see that because the 10,200 you're paying is not to buy product, it's just security deposit. Because over the years, they're going to give you product worth thousands and thousands and thousands. So they want to have that security deposit to know that you have some commitment too. So if, for example, because they have had issues where some of their stockists ran away or took people's money, maybe they transfer money to them and the money disappear, they have something to fall back on to settle that kind of issues. So that's why that security deposit is there. But if as a stockist you decide to leave the company and there's no issues or there's no debt being owed to the company, they'll return your money straight away. So if, for example, you decide to go into other areas, and that's how it works with the stockist. So, and I think according to Chief, the biggest side or the biggest challenge we have is how to send money. So what I always would suggest is check in your country. How do people normally send money out? I know in some countries it's more expensive because they're only restricted to things like Western Union, MoneyGram, and I know PayPal is going around Africa now. It's a lot of challenge, but PayPal too is still on the high side slightly. So we just have to look, and that's why I've said the company accept USDT, and they did that because of Africa. Because there's so many countries in Africa where sending money out. I know for one, Ivory Coast is one of them because I had clients in Ivory Coast. It was hard. You have to go through the bank. The bank will take charges, and it's unbelievable the amount that they allow you to convert, the conversion rate. But the bank rate is just too low. So you end up spending more money to get money out of Ivory Coast. So I don't know if someone here knows how to make it easier. So we can go through to Madam Sherry as well. I know you gave me the app. Maybe if you have a bit of an idea, I've tried registering the app on my phone as well to see how we can use it or how it can be beneficial to all of us in Africa. That's just my finding so far. So, Madam Mary, I don't know if you've been able to make a bit more research on that, the cheaper, the app called cheaper.
Okay, so I know. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I am involved with a company here in the US. Well, not here, but in the US. And they are a very, very huge company. They actually, it's a black bank, and there are thousands of Nigerians. Um, as a matter of fact, people from all over the continent, they're involved in that bank, and that bank is paying out a large sum of money, and the only card they are advising persons in Africa to use is the cheaper card. So I believe that's a very popular card. They said there's no limit on how much they can transfer using that card back and forth, as in off continent and around within the continent. So I'm thinking that's the way to go. I'm thinking that it should be looked into.
Right, yes. So we can sure look into that because if in our team we have like cheaper card for everyone, it's easier to transfer between cheaper card and the other. And this is why I recommended Wise as well. That if we all can do Wise, but apparently we observed that that Wise is restricted to certain countries. Some countries can't use Wise. For example, Chief really tried and worked really hard on it, but it looks like he's not been able to connect it to his local bank in Liberia. So we won't be able to work with that really. So, but if we look at this cheaper, I think it's called cheaper cash because I remember downloading it. Let me just check. So with that app, if we all can connect to it, try it in your local country and let's see. So we're currently experiencing something with OTP. Okay, all right. OTP verification. So as long as you're able to register it in your local country, that would be good. It's called cheaper. Uh, I think what I may do, I may be able to share what it looks like so that when you're downloading it, it's easy for you. Let me just quickly, I'll share it on the screen now so that we all can see what it looks like. So So, having said that, I think just as an introduction to while I'm doing I'll share it in a minute so you'll be able to see it on your screen. So, while we're doing that, just to give you a bit of an introduction to the company, because I know that there's so many people that's just joining us that are not too familiar with the product or trying to know what the product is. So, the product is called with our flagship product is called Miracell Plus, and the company is Revoobit. So Revoobit is based in Malaysia. So Revoobit really it only means revolution in business. That's what the company means. So they only shorten it to Revoobit just to make it easier, and that's become the name. So they do have at the moment five different products, but I know two other products are coming. So and that's based on popular demand. So people email the company and say what they want. We live in a world where sex is a big issue. So there are two more coffees coming now, which addresses all the sexual issues in men and women. So one would be for men, one would be for women. So it was presented yesterday. It's not fully launched yet, but they are in the process of launching it. So which means that women having all sort of problem with all their hormones and whatever, and men having problem erection, dysfunction and things, and the women's one based on popular demand, vagina tightening and body tightening and all sorts of things and low libido, how to increase libido. So those are what those is for. And I must say that it is in popular demand. And that came from a product that got launched, I think about 2, 3 years ago. And that product is popular. So this is why people came up to say we need this as well in Revoobit, which I'm very glad the company has been able to put together and should be available very soon. I think it should be available by the end of this month. So hopefully once I have it, I'll let you know that I've received some of them too for both men and women. But going back to Miracell, it's a stem cell product. So it was derived from plants because what happened is stem cell we are all made of cells. So we have over 220 cells all over our body. We have the cell that controls everything in our body, the eyes, the hair, our breathing, our everything is all done via cells in our body. And when you have a child, they end up having 100% stem cell. So a baby that are born have 100% as long as they are not disabled. But as we begin to grow in life, our stem cell reduces, and these are natural phenomena. When you're under 18, you use a lot of energy, you go through puberty, you go through all different changes in the body. All this uses a lot of our stem cell and the immune system. So when we get to 18 years old, we only have about 40% stem cell left in our body, and that's sufficient enough to last the rest of our lives. But it now depends on the lifestyle, because from 18 years old, this is what we pick up the kind of lifestyle we're living. Or do we want to drink? Do we want to, smoke? And all sorts. So most of these individual life, I think things we do tend to affect our body. So if you're somebody that is healthier and fit, always doing exercising, not smoking, not drinking too much, and things, you tend to be healthier than somebody who is on the other side, or if somebody who's eating chocolate and fat and so much and all that affects us. So by the time we're 30 years old, we only have between, say, 20 to 30% stem cell, depending on our lifestyle. And this is why you see, if, for example, you're a sport person, they advise you from about 30 to start thinking of retiring because your heart can give way. And we've seen athletes and people just fall down. You'll be like, I've seen people even on the treadmill, always going to the gym, and why they do on the treadmill, they just fall down and die because our body system cannot carry that power anymore. So we need to slow down as we age. And they advise that if you're into sport or active lifestyle, by the time you're 40, start thinking of reducing it or retiring or doing other things. And by the time you're 60, we only have about 5% stem cell left in our body. So, and that 5% is what we need to go through life. And you see, a lot of times, this is the time all these old age diseases creeping. Things like arthritis, you start seeing your body, changing, and you can see all gray hair and things as we progress through life. And that's the reason why, if you look at COVID, more people from 60 and above died because their body could not cope again with that virus. If you're in your 30s, if you're in 20s, you can still survive it more than somebody that is in their 60s. So what this product was established to do is when you consume it, it's not a product you take like paracetamol, your headache comes and disappears. So when you consume it, it's to increase the stem cell in your body. So if stem cells sounds so big, just think of the immune system. Please, somebody, if you're coming in, please just mute yourself. Mute yourself. Someone, we can hear you in the background. Okay, what am I do? Let me just mute everyone. So, so like I said, by the time we're 60, we only have about 5% stem cell left in our body. So with that 5% is what we need to go through the rest of our life. So by taking Miracell Plus, you are increasing the stem cell in your body. So when you take Miracell Plus, it goes under the tongue. So when it goes under the tongue, it goes straight into the bloodstream. You know, what controls a lot of what happens in our body is through the bone marrow, because that automatically assesses the bone marrow, flushes out all the bad cells in the body, and increase it. It has so much power that it can renew dead cells, it can rejuvenate, and it can grow new cells too. It can regenerate new cells in your body. So if you take it long enough, you see that even though you are 60, like I said, that you have 5%, you can grow back to that 40% when you're 18 years old. People will stand up and say, oh my God, I've not been able to walk like this, but now I can climb the stairs. I can live life, beyond what I used to do, And the good thing about it is that because it's repairing the dead cells and cells that's having problem in our body, it's growing new cells. It means that we can come back from all different diseases, and you won't believe, even up to dangerous diseases like cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure. We have a lot of people, sharing good news, and even doctors being amazed and saying, oh my God, what are you using? What is it? We've had several incidents, people that have given up in life and they're coming back. I mean, the biggest one for me, which I always share, is a lady that's stage 4 cancer, and she's been told to go and die. The hospital actually wanted her to die in the hospital. But the family, they knew that there's something called Miracell. The doctors won't use it. And so as a result of that, they decide to bring her home when she's only got 4 days to die. And because of that 4 days to die, she came home, they called me, we start pumping this into her. It only goes under the tongue. So she was taking 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the night, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the night, 2 in the morning. And now it's almost 8 months. She's still alive and kicking. Her hair is beginning to grow. Doctors are asking, what kind of miracle is this? Everything is shut down in your body. How did you do it? So, and so many others like that. I had a lady recently that's been menstruating for 6 months, and the doctors are giving up. They tried everything. She's done X-ray. They didn't know what is wrong. Why you keep menstruating? And now she used this product just for 2 weeks. Menstruation stopped. And I have several people with HIV. We have a community of HIV people. I didn't know it's that bad until I started this project and seeing so many people contact me because of their HIV. And people having regular attacks, all those attacks has gone down drastically. And the kind of attack like regular headache and things, I mean, it's going to be a lecture for another day where we will see signs in your body that is telling you there's danger coming, what you need to do. So we will go through that in more details later. But just to give us a good introduction into what the product is and how the product works. So that's Miracell Plus for you. So when you take it, it increases the stem cell in your body. Your immune system is better. It cleans your system very well. Get rid of what we call in the body free radicals. When you have too much free radicals and your cells are bad, they look for what to attack. For example, it might attack the cell that produces insulin. So if, for example, you're the type that likes sugar is very bad for our body. As long as you keep eating sugar, they call it all sort. Oh, this one is a sweetener, this one is saccharin, this one, they're all sugar. They're all the same. So and they have different kind of effect in the body. In fact, somebody was saying last week, I was watching, and it got to a point, I was saying, what can we eat again? That even putting honey in tea is wrong, that it has detrimental effect to our body. Using saccharin, all the sweeteners, saccharin in cakes and all that, bad effect in our body. Using sweetener causes cancer. Sugar, woohoo, no go. So at the end of the day, I don't even know what we can eat anymore. So it goes to show that especially as we begin to progress in age, things are happening in our body, and the changes are so drastic. And a lot of the time, they are very silent. You don't even know those changes are happening until it becomes too late. Until the doctor is saying, especially when you visit a doctor and they're telling you, "Oh, I'm very sorry." When you hear, "I'm very sorry," then there's need for you to worry. Something is going down, and it's going down badly. So this is why we introduced this product, and this product is helping quite a lot to recover and to start living the ideal good life. So also we have another product called Miracle. So Miracle is there to help people who have, that skin there, that added skin, people who are big. I don't want to use the word fat because it's considered as an abuse. So I'm just going to say big people. If you want to slim down, if you want to reduce, you have too much fat in your body, and this affecting the way you live, because when there's too much fat, all the other things that can come, diabetes, high blood pressure and all sorts, block arteries and all that. So it cleans the system and people can come down. Also, we have Tiara. Tiara is for the skin. It's ideally for the skin, but it goes beyond that. It does, anti-aging, thin, make sure your skin looks smooth and shining. And if you have other skin diseases, things like eczema, things like I have people having lumps and things all over their skin, and this disappeared after using Mira Tiara. Then we have the coffee. So we have two new coffees coming, but we do have one now, which is more like what they've now simplified and made into men and women. So the coffee is very good, clearing excess cholesterol in the body, cleaning it, and men use it too for sexual power. So people, because it's in high demand, quite a lot of men always look for it. So also it's good for women too, cleans the system, increases women's libido. So that's what, and the beauty of all these products is that they're all very natural, where it may taste sweet in your mouth, but the sweet are like fruit sweet. There's sweet that's naturally gotten from plant, like when you're eating apple, apple is sweet. That doesn't mean that the sweet in apple is sugar, but to some extent, if you eat it, say as a diabetes, it may increase your sugar at that time, but it quickly stabilizes because they are natural sugar in the body. So we now have Feel, which is the fifth product that's currently available. So Mira Feel is a product that let you cleanse the body. So if, for example, you have too much toxins, especially if you start noticing some things, you start noticing this constant headache, and you just walk a little, an hour or two, and you're feeling so tired, or when you're trying to catch the bus, if you're one that if you run 100 meters, you can see that you're tired, then there's some things you need to get rid in your body. So Mirafill will get rid, will clean your system. You have better vision, you have better lifestyle. You can wake up, you can walk without getting tired, and all those toxins that end up attacking the various cells in your body, you can get rid of them. And that's what Mirafill does. That's what Mirafill does. And that's all on the side of the products. So I know as we progress, you may have one or two questions which we'll come back to. But now let's go to the side of the business. So the business side is very interesting, to be honest. It's very interesting. So what I would do, let me just bring this up. I was trying to upload the app which we talk about, which is the cheaper, but I'll come back to that. So I just want to show you. So I'll bring up this so that you can have a look. So in the business, we have different types of ranking that you can achieve. So I brought this up so that you can just see. So we have what we call the star, which is once you start working and you've accumulated 2,500 USD. I'll break them down. It's just for you to just have a quick insight. Once you're a star maker, which is how you've ranked in the business, that means you've accumulated 10,000 USD. When you're an executive, you accumulated 50,000, and it goes on like that to crown ambassador, which is 500K. It doesn't stop at that, it continues. But I mean, in ranking, crown ambassador is at the top of your league. It means that you've made 500K. So how does this money comes? So what happens is once you join the business, you register. So we have different packages to which you can register. Okay, this is just showing you. Uh, so let's go. I just want to see if I can bring up those packages on this slide. I think it's not on this slide, but I can bring another slide. I'll show it, or also send you the presentation so you can take time and have a look. what we're just doing today is just like discussing the general challenges. So it's not really a training, but we will look at it. So there are four different packages that we have. We have starter. So with that starter, you only get one product. So and starter now, I think I shared the dollar with Chief the last time. So if you look on our group too, you see it there, but I can share it again so that we all can have a glimpse of what the cost are. So for example, starter is $80 in dollars so that we all can understand and convert it to maybe our local currencies if we have to. So starter is $80. It gives you one pack of Miracell. You can have Miracell, Mira Tiara, or Mira Cough. So Mira Tiara is the skin one, Mira Cough is for slimming down, Miracell is the stem cell product. So you can have any of that. So and also we have the bronze. Bronze gives you two packs. So two packs of Miracle, Miratiera, and or Miracell. Then we have the silver. Silver is like the middle way, which gives you 10 packs. So 10 packs means it's $650 for 10 packs. So you get 10 packs of either Miracell, Miracle, Miratiera. And it's good to mention that the product that everyone wants really is Miracell because Miracell does everything. It's only if you want this particular, maybe your issue is, oh, I'm too big, I need to slim down. So you can get Miracle to slim down. If skin is your biggest issue, oh, my skin is not looking good, I just want it firmer, I want it to shine, then that's when you consider Mira Tiara. Then the big one is which gives you 20 packs of the product. It's called the gold package, and that currently goes for $1,360 for the 20 packages. So if you will look at it, each of these products works out at about, especially when you do more than one, it works out at about $67. So what we always advise is when you're selling each of them, just don't sell less than 85 so that you can make some retail gains too. That's if you want to sell. But ideally, we are a network marketing business, and like Chief said, a lot of us already know networking. So when you bring people, the company pays you bonuses. It will be training for another day where you look at the different bonuses the company will pay you. It's about altogether is about 9 different bonuses that you can have. One of them, the biggest one is sponsor bonus. Sponsor means if, for example, you sign somebody on a gold under you. So you have two legs in the business. You have left leg, right leg. So if you have two people on there, for every person you sign, you get $350 automatically. So when you have two people on each leg, it means that you have one gold on the right, one gold on the left. There's what is called pairing bonus. So you're pairing those two people, and because you're pairing them, you automatically get another $100. So what that means is you get $450 for every person you sign up on the business, into the business in your team. And ideally, what you should do is understand that the more people in your business, the more income you're making. Because when they're working, you're working too, and you start getting the uni-level bonus, and you start getting what's called the group incentive bonus. I know we're going to have more trainings and where you're going to learn a bit more about all these incentives. There's the presentation which I will send to the group as well as we progress, so that you all can know and be able to read more along the line on the presentation. And as I'm explaining to this will come back to you. So we also have some other incentives in the bonus. So up to, for example, if you register now, you have the first layer of your two people. The two, if the two bring their two, if the two bring their two, if the two bring their two or more, you can bring as many as you like. But as you begin to progress in your team, you see that you have up to level 10, you can acquire money every time they register. So you get up to about 25% of whoever comes into your team. So you are the head of the team, 25% of whoever comes into your team every day. So which means that your chance of getting income is unlimited. And if you get so much, like we have what's called the holiday incentive. With that holiday, as long as the people in your team, up to 3 people you personally sponsored, can make about $2,000 a month, the company pays you $350. If they make up to 6,000, the 3 legs, 6,000 each, you make $900 every month, apart from any other commission that you're making. That's for the $900 is called the car incentive. So that's for you for the car. But the idea is for you to have that money, then you can buy a car if you want. If you want to use it for something else, then you have the house incentive as well, where if you make the first three legs make 6,000. No, I think the first two legs make 6,000. Yes, and the last three legs makes 12,000. So, and what you need to bear in mind is that these are not a lot. As long as you keep building your business, it's something you can get to ideally, which a lot of people have done within 2, 3 years of being serious with your business. So if you're serious enough and you have enough people that are signing on you and with the business that you are working together, you need to work, you need to make it serious, make it a mindset. Because if you look at it, ideally, if you're working with the government, you need 36 years before, at least 36, 40 years. Some people work in government establishment before they can start earning an ideal good pension. But if you face this business very well, and you're doing the right things and you're following all it takes in network marketing, which I know a lot of us in this business already know. In 5 years, you're self-sufficient. You have enough to last the rest of your life. As long as the business is still running, you see that the income that's coming to you is just unbelievable. In fact, you get to a point that you don't even need to do anything anymore than just helping your team, going back to maybe talk to new people who don't know about the business. They're helping to, I mean, I've only just joined this business too. I joined them and got serious, I think from about June this year. Because when I joined, I was with a different company. But that company was giving us too much issues. Things were coming up with issues were not being addressed. So we left the company in March. But before I left the company, I was only with the company for 22 months. And I would say that when I was in the company in 22 months, in terms of income, I made close to that's from commission the company paid me from ranking. I got to where I was now going to triple crown diamond. So triple crown means that you're earning $250,000. So I was close to $250,000, and that only happened in 18 months. So that's to show if you're serious, you can do a lot. And that $250,000 is what the company paid me. What about the money I made from retail? I was able to establish myself just to give you a bit of an idea of how well network marketing can change everything you're doing. I was able to establish myself very well. I bought a house in the UK. I bought a house in Nigeria. I have a house in Spain. I have a house in Paris. So 4 different countries. I have houses. I drive an F-Pace Jaguar. You know what it takes to drive Jaguar. I paid cash to buy my Jaguar. The company gave me part of the money because I qualified for car. So when I needed to buy car, but the money they gave me wasn't enough, at least I was able to afford the extra to buy a good car, live a good life, ideally afford everything I need in life. As I am now, I'm only 46. Ideally, all I just pray for is God not to kill me young. I don't need anything anymore than just enjoy life, enjoy what I already acquired in life, and pay my little bills, and that's it. So you can do this as well. You can do this. You can retire young. When you face this business, it's a very good business, very lucrative, because this is why I chose this company, because when I was with the other company and everybody knew that all the top leaders were going, everybody was on me. Oh, this company, come and join, come and join. So I had to sit down and assess this company and looked at who would make me more profitable, who has the best compensation plan. And without any doubt, I'm not going to say, because more companies are still coming up, I'm not going to say this may be, the best you can get in the market, but this is one of the best, I would say, that I've seen. And in terms of the compensation and how easy it is to run the business, there's no complication. The only complication we have now as we're going now is just to see how we can move money around and be able to, get points in different countries and who to talk to. So, which I know that there are teething problems when it comes to network marketing. But as long as we've been able to address that, you are in money for life, honestly. Just show commitment, talk to people, talk to people, talk to people, and you'll be shocked that there's especially now, at the back of COVID, we saw what happened. Over 10 million people died. And at the back of that, a lot of people have lost significant trust in our hospital systems all over the world. So people are looking for alternatives. Now, there was a case, I think about just over a year now, where a family took their son out of the hospital. They literally stole him out of the hospital to go and get stem cell injection in Europe. So they ran away. It was in the news. Oh, the child and all that. They were arrested. So they took him. It only took them a week. So they used stem cell injection. But stem cell injection, instead of what we are doing now, which is putting it under the tongue, which is like a powder, the injection is also very effective, but you have to be rich to be able to afford it. The 4 days takes about in Europe is about $30,000, just for 4 days injection. And sometimes you also have to go back for top up, sometimes every year, sometimes every 2 years. But the beauty of it is that it takes away your issues and it heals all the damaged cells in your body. And not only does it work, you know, on the outside, it works in the inside of the problem. So things like, or they'll say, oh, the problem this person has got is hereditary. Hereditary things like epilepsy or things that come from the family, or this, or everybody in the family has got the DNA of diabetes. You can change that with stem cell. Research is still going on, honestly. The company that took the copyright of this is called Mabel Pharmaceutical in Switzerland. Please Google Mabel Pharmaceutical or Mabel Group and read more about the research that's going on. So there are scientists all over the world that are working on this. So looking at those two apples in front of you, you see that one is green, one is red. It's not the color now, but that's looking at customer acquisition anyway. But what I'm trying to say is that the apple that produces this stem cell, the apple that produces this stem cell is one that's called Spectula. I think it's Spectula biloba from Switzerland. So that Spectula apple, if you put it in room temperature, it can be in room temperature for up to 6 months without having any changes in it. So if you buy normal apple, say you buy normal apple from, I say, the shop, if you go to Walmart or whatever and buy an apple, put it in room temperature. After 2 weeks, you start seeing changes, start decaying, start changing color. But that apple stays like that for the time. For Mr. Ferry, please, just unmute yourself as you're coming in, please. So that that apple, let me just unmute him. Okay. Sorry, unmute yourself. So it's muted. I've muted him. So that apple stays fresh for as long. And in fact, people have checked it and it said sometimes it lasts up to a year. So it's the stem cell from that particular apple that's led to the product that we have now. And not only that, they are all plant-based. So we have blackberries, we have blueberries, we have soursop. There's a testimony which I can share in the group of a man who had very bad prostate cancer and he has to go through surgery. So he didn't want to go through surgery because he loved his wife. And he's saying they told him that once you go through surgery, you're not going to be able to do in the other room again. That's dead. You're not going to be able to. And he's saying, no, I'm not that old. I still want to, have time with my wife and things. So he said he's not going to do it. He prefers to die. But the thing was getting worse. He couldn't weep properly and all that. Then somebody introduced soursop to him and he started eating soursop. And without a long time, not without, he started eating it. I think within a month or thereabout, his cancer diagnosis was retracted by the doctors and he started living normal life. He was able to use the toilet, ideally with himself. Then the surgery too, they said he doesn't need surgery anymore. And so this soursop is also in our product, in Miracell. So it's a very wonderful product, honestly. I've had so many testimonies that sometimes too I find unbelievable. And all around the world now people call me doctor, even though I'm not one, because of this product and how much this product has helped them. Because one day, even doctors, I went to my doctors is asking, what do you use for this? Because when you do your annual check, they'll be like, oh my God, you're healthy. No, it's just Miracell. So when you take it, even without having any issues within your body, any health concerns, it's good for well-being. It just keeps you alive. It keeps you going, And as long as ideally, we don't say you shouldn't do any other thing. Things like exercise, all the regular. Watch the kind of food you eat. Don't eat junk. Don't eat too much junk or too. Of course, there should be a cheat day. That's fine. But as long as you keep healthy and you're doing the right thing, you drink but don't drink too much. Even if you smoke, don't smoke too much because these things have damaging effects to the body. So with this, you can live a good life and you can make a very good income. And lastly, we do have the what we call the house incentive, where we pay you if you have so much people on your leg. 2,400 every month, $2,400 every month, when your group incentive all come together. And that's it about the product. So what we're going to do next is, I know Chief may have one or two things to say, and questions too that we may have, then we can address it together and round up. So, Chief, if you're there, you can unmute and then we take it from there. So I'm not sure if Chief can hear us.
Yes, yes, I can. All right. So thank you, AB, for that presentation. I think it was comprehensive enough and convincing enough for even the curious of heart to at least try the product. And so for me is to be able to get the products in the hands of people. The registration activation process, I think that's where people basically money transfer, registration, that's what it is really, registration activation. I think that's the challenge that we are facing. Normally for network marketing, your product is your biggest challenge or your compensation plan to get to you. But it seems like this is in the reverse. So as I said to them the last time is that, before we can look at StockX, the product has to be on the ground. Persons have to be using it. There must be volume so that it warrants, a StockX. And I also said the good thing about it is that you can sponsor people anywhere. They can get their products from any StockX, even though you sponsor them, which is also good. The points will come to you. And of course, having the StockX is an advantage. Is an advantage to the country as well. So no, that's really it for me. If anybody have any questions, of course they can ask, but I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So is there any other question that we can quickly address and look at together? So
Hello,
that
may I ask a question? It's Juliet
yes,
from the
please.
UK. Hello, AB. Um, I've gone on and I've clicked. I followed a video which shows you how to register. So I've registered. I've got my username and password, etc. Then it talks about activation on the system. So and then it invites you. So when, for example, I'm choosing the gold package, then it's given me a choice of 3 products and it's saying I need to choose one of the 3 products. So that's a little bit confusing. But also, when it comes to where it says sponsor, it's actually put my details in there. And is that correct? Or should it be the person who actually referred me, who introduced me, my upline? Should I correct it and put his name in there as sponsor? So that's where I'm getting a little bit confused.
No, you see, when you register, it's always good to register through the link of whoever has invited you. So I don't know, how did
Yes.
you register? Did you use the link?
Yes, I did.
So that means they are the one who's invited you. So where it says sponsor is the person who invited you that becomes the sponsor. So if, for example, Chief Abundance has invited you, you're in Chief Abundance team. You understand? So
Yeah.
is now your hotline. Then you can then start building your own team to on your own once you're in his team. So you become like the head. Then you have branches, and that's how it
Yes.
works. So when it comes to once you've registered is good. All you need to keep importantly is your username and your password. That's really
Yes.
important. So you need to know
Yes.
that not to forget. So with the activation, and that's what Chief is saying, and that's where you take it to the next level. So with the activation is the point where you need to pay for the package you want. So we have
Yes.
three different packages. So those 3 different packages you have the starter, you have the bronze, you have the gold, silver, and you have the gold. So if, for example, you're doing the gold, you need to pay I think it's 1,360, I think it is, that we said that's the cost for gold. So once you paid that, there's a point we send to you. The way it works in Malaysia, which because the system is domiciled in Malaysia, Malaysians are not allowed to have money on the system like we do in the West, where we can just go on a website and just buy things and just pay with their card. No, for security reasons, they are not allowed. So what they do on the system is that when you pay the money I send the money, or whoever is the stock, you send the money to the company. They send me what's called points. Is that points that you use to activate? And that's what you're paying for. So once you've activated your account, then the account, you become active, you become a gold member. And that gold member makes you a distributor as well. So then you can get the product. So where it's asking you the product you want, you have, when you're registering, you have the option of 3 different products. You have the mirror tiara. If you want, you can have 20 of those, or you can have 20 of mirror cuff or 20 of mirror tiara, depending on what you want. And if some people say, oh, I want to mix it. If, for example, you're doing gold, we can first activate a silver account as say mirror gold mirror cell, and you can then upgrade it to a gold and say mirror cuff, so that you can have an equal share of the two, depending on what product you like to have and what demand your maybe your members or people you introduce all around you want. And so after you've registered, you can then start doing what's called repurchase. So you can also do repurchase. Repurchase means that you're not registering someone, you just want more product. You can go there and buy. Repurchase tends to work out cheaper, because repurchase is like just going to, say, Amazon and buying things. You're not doing networking by repurchasing, but at least you can get the product. So if you want to do networking and you want to get more points, register somebody. Maybe register your child, your brother, your, say, your spouse. Then when you register them, you get the product and then you get the bonuses. And that's when you're doing network marketing. And that's when the future is secured. So that's why we always emphasize that as much as you can, register instead of just repurchasing. Because repurchasing, once you buy the product, that's it. You're gaining nothing than the product. But with you registering other people, you get the product. So there are two things when it comes to network marketing. I'm sure uh, Chief and others can train us more on this. You see, you have the opportunity and you have the product. So if you're into anything like all those pyramid system and all that, where all they tell you is opportunity, don't worry, pay this, pay 40, pay 4,000, we give you another 4,000. You know it's all scam. So this, we have an opportunity, which is the system and the bonuses, and we have a product to share. So that's what makes network marketing very interesting. So I'm not sure if that answers your query, or if you have other questions.
Uh, AB, sorry, dear Madam Juliet.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
I think, yeah, one moment. Yeah, there's one part that she did ask that was not answered.
Okay.
AB, in the system,
Yes.
and I think that's where she was speaking to, not when she is registering, because when you're registering, you would have seen your upline username already.
Yes.
That you cannot do anything about. But
Yes.
I also realize that you also can register people in your back office. And I
Yes.
think that is where she's now referring to, who is the sponsor? You understand? Who do you
Yes.
put? So I think that was her
No,
question.
if you're registering from your account, you're automatically the sponsor. So it's you. So if, for
Okay.
example, you've registered and you log into
Of
your
course.
account, yes.
Of course. But I don't think it shows. You see, it does not show. So I think
Yeah,
that is why she's asking.
yeah, it doesn't need to show, because it's you're already logged into your account, so you are the one automatically. You understand?
Yes. Yes.
Once you're logged in, it assumes that, and if you click on, where you go to the three menu bars and you click on register, it takes you as the sponsor automatically. So you are
Okay.
the sponsor, yes. So you don't need to change it at all. In fact, most times if you click on register, it should show your name at the top that you are the
Yes, it did.
sponsor. Yes.
Yes.
So yeah. So
Oh,
everything
it
you
did?
type
Okay.
in,
All right.
yes, it will
All
show.
right.
It will show
So
your
the
name.
other, all right,
Yes.
good. The other
Okay. What I
thing, I
can
think
do?
on the computer, to be honest with you, when I clicked that, because when I clicked it, I didn't think it shows me anything. So I think
Look
that
at.
is
I'm just logged into it now. Can you see that? So if you look at this person called Anna Power 2, you can see it shows. So I've
yeah.
clicked on their register, because this is the last person I just registered now. So if you click register on their account, it shows your name and you can just fill in the details. So you are the
Okay. All
default,
right.
you are the sponsor automatically.
Okay. I think the other question was the she was trying to choose her product.
Yeah.
I think that is where we now have to be educated in terms
Okay.
of letting our downline knows
No.
that
Yes.
they have to wait for the points to be
Yes.
to get activated. You just don't go in and try to
So
uh
activated.
yes, because it will not
Yes.
allow you because you have not paid. So I think that's where I think that is the
Yes.
other question that she was trying to ask, because she was
Uh,
going to pick products, but I don't
yes.
think that she could have ever activated since
Yes.
there were no process there for payment.
That's right. That's right. So that's what happens. So if you look at this one now, I've clicked on account upgrade because this person is already activated. So what you do is that when you select, see, if you scroll down a little, I don't know if my screen is clear enough where you are, but where it says wallet company point and the active point, this is the point we're talking about. So without you, you can see this one has got zero, hasn't got anything there. So when you pay, when you make the payment, when you pay, make the payment, we will then transfer to you this wallet company point. That wallet company point is like the payment you make to the company. Because what happens is company realize that, and a lot of network marketing business are folding up because no money is coming into the company well enough. So they made this wallet company point so that you're paying them 40% of whatever income that comes in. If you don't have wallet active point, see, this wallet active point is how they pay you when you make a bonus. So for example, if you register gold now, they pay you 350 for sponsor bonus straight away. You can use that to register. You can just add that to what you want to register. Company don't mind. But if you look at company point, you have to pay for it. And that one is a bit more expensive. You have to, because that's the way, that's where the company makes all the manufacturing and doing the product, all the research. They're like new product are coming now. They have to pay all the doctors, all the researchers, all the people that are involved in the system, and even the people that are packaging it in the factory and all that. So they make the money from that. So until the money is got to the company, you can't select. But once you've paid and we've sent the point here, you see it there that the point is there. You can then go to package, select what you want to do. If you can, you see, we have bronze, we have silver, we have gold. This person is already a starter. So all they need to do is upgrade. That's why this is showing only three. But ideally, you see four. You see starter, you have bronze, you have silver, you have gold. Then once you've done that, you select product type, which is promotion all in one. That's just standard. Then here is where you select the product. Here's where you go to select the product. Let me say this package, then select product. We have mirror cell, mirror tiara, mirror cover. And that's why I said that it's only those three products you can use to register for now. So you can register with mirror cell plus, you can register with mirror tiara. If you need things like coffee and mirror fill, you can only buy them as an extra. So you buy them from, you see on the side of here, you see where it says shop and where it says shop AP. The only difference is that, if you have company point, I was talking about company point. Let's go to the dashboard so that you will see. So if you have company point on this person's account, this new person's account, we have here 00 company point, active point 00. If you have the company point, then you can use the company points to purchase too, just to make extra purchases. But if you only have active point, maybe you've made bonuses and all you have as active point, that's why it says shop AP, shop active point. Use your active point to buy here. So, and ideally saying that if you're doing mirror cell, if you're doing tiara, if you're doing cough, you need 50 active point. So if you're doing, say, coffee or mirror fill, you need 25. But I won't say you should bother yourself too much about this now so that you don't get too confused. But these are very straightforward. By the time you've done it once or twice, you get used to the process. So it's very straightforward. So it's like once you've registered, you can repurchase anytime you want, or you can register other people. That's just the basic thing that you need to understand from their system. And the next thing is for you to then get the product. And so if you have a local stockist, you can get it from local, like Mr. Geoffrey did today now from Uganda. Like I said, the biggest guy in this company is from Uganda. The guy has made over $1 million in this business. He was so clever. He said only a young guy, I think he's only 32 or something like that. So when the company start, boom, immediately they introduced it to him, he registered himself at the top. So it's next level to the management. So everything we do all over the world. And the company, I think, has got over 300,000 people now as clients. So everything they do he's earning from it due to the group incentive, and that's enough to last for the rest of his life as long as the company continue to exist. I mean, in a month, that guy makes nothing less than, I think, 30 to $40,000 a month. So it's not a joke. So he's making loads of money. That's when it's quiet. When it's not quiet, he's making over $50,000 every month, month in, month out. Even if he doesn't lift his finger, he's making money because he's positioned at the top. And that's what you can do. Where you start from is your starting point. Just make sure you keep going, keep building your team. You're going to get to a point where, look, if you look at the last company I left, so when I left the company, I just had to go because everyone was going the business, not knowing that part of the management of that company were trying to start their own business, and they broke down that company a lot. And the company has grown so good. Everybody knows the company, but we're just like, why? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And there was no support and all that, so people had to go. But even up to that, when I log in into that account, sometimes I just see $500, sometimes I just see $600. I still make money from it. I don't do anything in the business anymore. I've left the business, but it's a lifetime thing. As you're registered with this company, nobody can take away your money. So nobody can take away your account. Your children, they can inherit. So all you do is that even if the person dies, they transfer your account to your children. You understand? Because I remember the man that introduced me to one of my last network marketing business, uh, um, um, Mr. Kumar of blessed memory, very lovely man. He was making over 60,000. I think someone raised their hand. I'll come to you now. So he was making over 60, 70,000 a month. He's at the top of the league. So he went on holiday, luxury holiday, sponsored by the company to the Caribbean. I think is it Barbados? Yeah, he went to Barbados. Then they were walking on the beach and he fell. So he fell and he came because he's British, the British people there, I think it's consular or what they are called, the British people responsible, British people in Barbados. They came to him and all that. When they assessed, they realized that he's got leukemia. Though that network marketing is not like this, it's not like health one. So I think we're doing telephone and also I'm sure for people who've heard of ACN, it's an American company, ACN. So I was in ACN. So when he came back, came to the hospital, they airlifted him. So UK government took him back to UK, and when he got here, he was in the hospital, he was improving. I was talking to him on the phone. I was saying, "Oh, I'll come and see you," and all that. I think they started the medical process, and you know how it works. And then he died. Just after a month, he died. So it was a shame, but it was somebody that was so good and introduced me, ideally, fully well into the business. I remember that when I started with him, we used to register with $350, and he paid $350 to 25 people abroad. So, I mean, it's his own system. He believes that he's going to recover that money back. But what I'm saying is that it takes a lot of sacrifice. Because unfortunately, we lost him. All right, let's go to questions. So I'm going to call on, let me see. I think the very first person to raise their hand is Diana. Diana, please, you can unmute and talk.
Good afternoon, evening, morning. I know we're here from various territories, so good afternoon or evening, morning, everyone. Okay, so I have several questions because I'm trying to understand exactly how it works. I am appreciative of your explanation, but I just have some fuzzy parts in my mind that I just need clarity on. Okay, so one is, once I register as an individual, okay, let's say I buy the gold package, silver package, whatever, and of course I'm aspiring to the gold, and the shipment arrives to Antigua. Of course, I'm from the Caribbean. What happens at that point? After it comes to me, of course, that's my product. But let's say I have Peter, James, and John who will also like that product. And
Yes.
of course, they go on to me. One
Yes.
question I have, I see the cost of the product on the website is $1,000. And I see the cost on the flyer is $1,300. And I'm just talking about the gold package because that's the one I'm interested in. Okay. So as persons are registering under me, they will see that cost of $1,000. How do you explain the difference of $1,000, of course, registering under me as a leg on my left or right, as opposed to them paying the 13. Is it that I'm going to say, okay, the 13 includes shipping and handling and all that, and when it gets to you, that's the cost? That's one question that I have. So anybody can give me some clarity on that, please.
Yes, that's right. So you see, the price in every country differs, and it's down to the cost of getting the product out into you. One is the shipping, like you rightly said, is included in the cost. Then the exchange rate differs from every country. See, $1 in Malaysia, where this is being produced, is in US $5.2. You understand? So there's difference in the exchange rate. So for every country that you have, apart from other costs that you also have to include, one in the UK, I'm going to start in the UK, for example, you pay as the product is coming in, you pay custom duty on each pack that is coming into UK. You pay HMRC tax on each pack that's coming into the UK, and the every pack that's coming into that country is registered. In the UK, our cost is even less than the cost of US. If you go to the US stockists, you see that US stockists is collecting, I think, something like 1,400 and something, because what they've only just done that's showing $1,000 is that this is the system. Like I said, if you look at it, to do gold on this system is 1,000 points. So they call it company point. So because it's 1,000 company point, we assume that we just to make it easier for everyone, they just take it like that. 400 company point is $400, and the 600 active point that you need on the other side is 1,000 $600. So it now depends on what that comes to in your country. You understand? So when they do the conversion and all the other expenses that goes with having the product from that country, that's why you see so much disparity in it. Because so many people, even people in the US, are coming to me and say, "Oh, we want to collect product from me because it's cheaper in the UK." Because of the cost of getting the product to me is cheaper than it is getting to the US. You know, all this FDA assessment, all this companies, all this comes round. Now look at UK. UK is more of an advanced country if you look at it. Product in Nigeria is more expensive than it is in the UK. In Nigeria now, because of the exchange rate, it went up from 600,000 this last month. It went from 600,000 to 850. And I was like, oh my God, that's 250 jump, but they have no choice. The currency is really bad. So that's what determines those prices you're saying. So it can
Hence
be,
the reason.
yes. So it can be
Okay, so
really,
hence the
really,
reason, which means I need
yes,
to perhaps sit with Mr. Abundance or yourself, and of
yes,
course, perhaps do the trial period of sending it first, to Antigua to see exactly what the cost factor will be,
will
so
be,
we
yeah,
can factor that in as we're selling on the ground. Now,
absolutely.
the second question I have is this. If somebody, I mean, I'm thinking that I want to be like a distributor,
Yes,
here in Antigua, where persons, if they want the product, they will have to come to me, register through me and everything. Now, the payment system of the product is that you're going to send the money to your upline, or is there a general thing? How does the money get to the company so that you can get your points in on the
yeah.
website to purchase the product?
There are too many ways, that money can get. You can pay to the company directly too. That option is available. But the only reason why the company, because company has got too many people, and if you look at the office, there's only 5 or 6 people. That's why they always say go through your hotline. And one problem we will have a lot of time when you just pay into the company account is monitoring. So if, for example, you pay into the company's account, and then some people are waiting 2 weeks, they haven't received point because one, they have loads to deal with. But your upline can chase you up. You can't expect, and now the company is expanding, maybe they're going to about 400,000. You can't expect 400,000 people on the phones trying to sort out their money. But if you go through your upline can chase things up, make sure you get your point, make sure things are done if you have questions. So they train the leaders to train you. And that's how the system works, which is why you go through. So if you're in your country now, you're the main distributor there, everybody comes to you. Everybody asks you all the questions. So that's why you have to be on top of everything. And if you have anything you're not sure of, you don't need to worry. Speak to your upline. So I think it's just ideally how network marketing works. So upline speak to upline, but that doesn't say you can't pay to the company's account. You can, but it's just that the stress you go through. Sometimes you email these people, they don't respond to you in a week and things, we want to avoid that. Go to your upline. Upline can call somebody that you cannot call. They can speak to management and say, excuse me, what's happening here? They can uh, shift or push people, and then things get done more quicker for you. And that's the power of network marketing, really, where we are
Okay.
not like managers or anything. We're simply just leaders. We're just leading the team. So they're just there to support. Once you have built your team too, you become a leader. Everyone is coming for you. I want this, I've done that, I want, and that's how the process works. And sometimes too, as a leader at the top of the league, you may have points. So what I do sometimes, I buy those points in mass. I can buy enough CP so that when people, because sometimes 2 a.m. in the morning, 1 a.m., people are calling me and they need points at that time. So I can just send to them. So these are the qualities and things that you need to do as a leader. By the time you get into the business and understand everything, you'll be able to see how to go about. So that you don't get caught at the last minute when you have this person waiting. And me being a stockist, oh my God, today now I've been to the post office now. I've post 10 different parcels. You can see receipts here, 10 different parcels today, and every day like that. People wanting 10, people wanting 4, people wanting, it goes on. And I have loads of stock. So you have to get all this. If everyone that's getting 10 parcels through me as a one stockist have to go through Malaysia or have to use their system, I think it's going to just be everywhere. Everything, people will just be frustrated because it's happened before. And this is why they make it so that we can be delegated and we can have, and again, it gives you some sense of responsibility too. You're a leader, you have people to look after, and you have that to make sure that they are happy. So management can't look after people. It's not their duty. Their duty is just to give us product. So if we say we have to go to them for everything all the time, oh no, 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 no. It's gonna be chaos. 100% chaos. So
Okay, so I
that's
was
that's
just
just the
looking for
reason.
some
Yeah.
clarity with regards to that. I just have one more question. So somebody
Okay.
comes in, they want the product. I can just sell them, for instance, I take a gold package, I
Yes.
receive 20 packets.
Yes.
If somebody wants to buy the product but not necessarily do network marketing, I can just sell them one of the products. And I believe that's okay, right?
Absolutely.
One
Absolutely.
of
So
the
you can
packets
sell
that
them
I
one.
have.
Yes, you can
Yes.
sell them from your package. And that's why, even if they register, that's something you need to bear in mind. If you register gold, you have 20. Okay, maybe personally you use 3 or 4, you still have more. And somebody registered bronze. Just give them from your package in that country. It makes it easy. That's what makes you a leader. These are the kind of decisions you take as a leader. Give them to when your package is low, all the money you've collected. And please, if they're not registering, don't sell to them at the price you bought. It's a business. So we say in US it gets to you at about 67. You don't want to sell at 67. Sell for them. People are selling 140. There's in Canada, there's somebody selling 149.99 Canadian dollars. So in America, the lowest that's allowed by the company that you can retail, just to encourage people to come into your network, is $85. So you can sell 90. I think the stock is there to sells online at about 90. In the UK, I sell 75, which I think comes to about 87, $86 or something like that. So when you're selling, just retailing, you need to add your profit to it.
Okay, so I understand that. That's for the individual sale.
Yes,
Now,
that's right.
for the network marketing part of it, I
Yes,
you will okay, you need 4 persons on the U or 2 left and the right, and they
yes,
have to be also gold persons who will also receive 20 packets. Now they can in turn sell as well, correct? Is that
yes.
how it's set up? Or
No,
you have
no,
to
no,
do it
no.
for them?
No, they don't have to be gold. They don't have to be. So if, for example, somebody said, "Oh, I only need 2," because of money, so not everyone can afford, and not everyone wants to be a distributor. If somebody wants to use it, you wouldn't think they will buy 20 and start using 20. That's going to take a year or something. So if they just say they want to, register them, and that's bronze. Register them. If they say they want one, register them. Because if you keep waiting to register gold, you wait for a long time because people can't afford that. So when you register, that's why I said if you have your 20, give the person that's registered to give them. So they are sorted. You register them, follow all the processes, keep their money for when you're buying your gold. So you can do it that way. That's what I used to do before I became a stockist. So in fact, my business expanded so much, I was getting 10 gold in 2 weeks, 10, 20 gold in 2 weeks. Because I was selling online, I was selling to individual people, and that's where money comes from. Because if you look at it, I get the product now in the UK for 54 pounds in pound, and I'm selling 75. So already I'm making 20 pounds. That's why I said, apart from the income the business is giving me through bonuses, I'm also making money. So even the money I made outside of what the bonus the company is giving me is more than what the business is giving me. So altogether, you can probably double your income when you retail too. And one thing you need to bear in mind is that if the product you have which is not going, what's the point of having a product? You have the product so that it can go, so that people can use it. So the more people can buy off of your hand, the better. So you're going to have those grandmothers who can't even use computer. They're not going to be registering and be doing networking. They don't have time for that. They don't have time for things like that. So you sell to them, to collect the money, bank it, sell to them. When you have enough, do another order. I was doing gold, 20 gold, you know, a week in 2 weeks, 10 gold, because I'm selling online and I'm also selling to individual. So that's part of the business you need to learn to. We're not encouraging retailing, but without retailing, if product is not moving, how do you survive? And so that's the answer to that question. I don't know if that answers everything.
Yes, that concludes I think I can sell retail, and also for those who want to build in terms of network, of course you have to register everybody, but then that's
Absolutely.
who you put on your left and your right. Okay, so I
Yes.
think I'm clear on that. Thank you very
Yes.
much.
And to add to that, the company encouraged retailing. They're not, some companies say, no, you must not sell our product. No, our company says repurchase. Always repurchase and sell. They're happy with it. So we have no problem retailing. The only thing we're not happy with is if you buy 54, the person that's in the network as a member is getting a product 54. The person that said, I'm not going to be a member, you want to sell at 54, that's not allowed. No. Except maybe their family, if it's your child, your husband, or things, or wife, or yeah, that's understandable. But you can't do that to outsiders. They can afford to say, "Oh, we can't even join the company," and you are losing out on the bonuses. We can just take it from since you are selling at the same price. So that's all just what you need to bear in mind. So having said that, I think we have Juliet also that's raising hand. Juliet, please, you can unmute now. So I don't know if you're talking, but you're still muted.
Yes, sorry, it was a little stuck. Thank you. So just so I understand the order, once you've registered using your sponsor's link,
Yes,
okay, your uplines link, then
yes,
you're saying instead of actually going into the activation,
yes.
you actually need to pay money first.
That's right. Yes,
Okay, and in the WhatsApp group, we've
yes,
been given a series of different accounts to put it in. So I believe there
yes,
is one for the UK. So I'm
yes,
supposed to pay the money there. And
yes.
then how do I confirm when I've paid the money there? So that
So
how do I identify myself so you know who I am against who's on the system? Is that
okay,
all?
yes, I'm on that group as well. So I'm the stockist in the UK. Just message me. You
Okay.
understand? I'm happy. Just message me and just let me know. Oh, money paid. Then because what happens is it's a business account, and I must say to you, a lot of money comes into that account. So sometimes people just pay there and they don't even say nothing. A week before I know who are you, and they say, "Oh, I paid this day." So immediately you pay, just send a message and say, "Oh, happy I paid." So then we can send you the point and we can dispatch your product out as well. So that's all you need to do.
Lovely. So once I've paid you, I
Yes.
still don't go on and do any registration. I don't do the activation still. I
Yes.
wait for you to send me the products.
That's correct. So once you paid me and you've made me know, then I will send you the point, then you activate. And if you have problem, we can do it together and I can send you how to activate so that you can know how to do it. So once you've activated, then I'll post you the product. If you live close to where the office is, we're in the Midlands, you can come and pick it. There's someone just left now, actually, before I started the meeting, someone just left now to pick some products. So you can pick up too. And that will avoid having to, if you just register, I mean, the shipping is included in all the registration fee. But if, for example, you repurchase, there's what's called processing fee, which is the handling fee and the shipping fee to pay, and we just post it to you. A lot of time when we post it, the second maximum third day you get it. Because we always do a sign for first class sign for delivery in the UK, and the post here is quite good. I know they had problem when there was COVID, but now things are running smoothly, so you can just receive within the second day or the third. and that's how it works.
All right, thank you. Yes, I'm in Berkshire, so I don't come up to the
Oh.
Midlands too often. How far into Midlands are you? How far up?
I'm in the middle of England. I'm in Nuneaton. So Nuneaton is the center of England. So there's a park too that was launched by the Queen where people come to see it. So when it's just about 5 minutes away from where I live. So I'm in the center. So around me is all different cities. So we have Birmingham, we have Coventry, we have Tamworth, we have Nottingham, Northampton, all surrounding me. So I'm just in Nuneaton, just in the middle of everywhere.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers. All right, I think Mr. Geoffrey is also having his hands up. Please, you can talk now, please.
Yes, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. There's some question which I wanted to know, and as I heard you were trying to give us some light.
Okay.
My case, I'm hoping to get mine maybe tomorrow because I expected to have got it today.
Okay.
We are not well in touch.
Did you speak to our guy? Did you speak to him? Legacy.
Yeah, we have already got connected.
Okay,
I've already sent my particulars to him.
Okay.
So I think tomorrow he's going to send it by taxi.
Okay.
Now, the question which I wanted to know is this. There's this when maybe like now I've got, and there are people my downline, those who may want.
Okay.
And I have to sell them and they have to be recorded in their account that they have bought.
Yes.
Now, issues of point, how do we connect? Because the money will possibly be sent to me. How do we connect with that in the accounts?
Yeah, what will happen is that you are the leader in our team in your area. So as they are paying you, if you receive your product now and maybe somebody wants to register and need one, you can give them out of yours, give them one, you register them, you collect the money, you keep it. So when you need to do another large order, you just process the money as you've done, we do another large order. So I will always advise as soon as you can, maybe when you're doing the next one, when you have the next 10, do it again so that you can upgrade to gold. You see, you get more income when you're gold. You become a distributor because what happens is that when you're doing anything less than gold, your profit that you've worked hard for is shared with your upline. You understand? So if for example, now you're gold and you register as another gold person as a silver, you register a gold, instead of you getting the complete $350, you get $350 goes to your upline. So that's how the system works because you're not fully a distributor. So when you can, you do that. So if they register 2, give them the 2, then you register them, keep the money. Or if, for example, you retail it too. If, for example, you have 10 now, if you retail one, say $75, you need to understand that you are doing business. The money you've invested is now not your money. The profit you make on it is what? And if you look at the business too, the bonuses the company pay you is yours. So what you've invested is your business money. Don't spend it. So when you need to buy more, you can just use that money now to buy more and just keep the profit to yourself. And that's it. That's how it works. So you're like a mini stockist in your own locality. And once your orders start going up, like I said, I was doing 10 gold a week. I'm not talking in a month, a week. And it was boom, 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 like that. And you won't believe that in those times, people, because I was the only one in the UK doing this business, people were waiting for months, sometimes before product will come, and people are paying into my account. Sometimes my head is going boom, 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 boom everywhere. I'll be like, how do I manage this? Because we don't have product, and people need the product, and they are calling me 24/7. And sometimes people are waiting for a week or two for product to come in. And this is where you can get to if you continue. Because I must say to you, especially at the back of COVID, people are really sick and they need this product, and it's really, really, really helping them to recover. So that's all you need to do.
Okay, thank you very much for that.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome.
Then maybe also as I look through the back office, I see maybe I'm yet to learn how the system works, because I will see when they will see the account 000, the $00. So there's nothing apart from maybe that which I saw when the
Yes.
points I sent, then I saw
Yes.
it was reflecting the rest of the
Yes.
whatever I was just looking 0, 0. So
Yeah,
maybe
that's
you
right.
do.
Yes, that's right. You know, what you've done when you register first is like you're buying into the franchise and you're getting the product. So that's the first thing. So that's you establishing yourself, having an account, so you don't get nothing the first time you register. Because what you've done is buying in the franchise into the business. Then consequently, when you start registering people now, all of that will start changing. Then you start getting income. You start getting bonuses, sponsor bonuses, parent bonuses. Then you start getting Unilever bonus. You start seeing changes to those numbers. So now is
Okay.
when you start business. Is when you start the business, because what you've done now, you've registered, but you haven't started your business. That's why I always say, as much as you can, when next you're registering, upgrade yourself to gold. I think they give you up to about 6 months to upgrade. So within that 6 months, try and upgrade, get yourself to gold. Then you're getting maximum profit, and you'll be shocked how the money will just be flying in from everywhere. And every month, you just see that you're sorted, and you don't have to stress. The only work you have to do is make more people, because network marketing is a game of numbers. Speak to more people, ask more people. You have people you should target. You have pastors all around you, target pastors. They know more people. You have doctors, target doctors. You have nurses, target nurses. You have people who are in place of leadership or respect. They know somebody that came to them last week that's just been diagnosed with cancer and they need help. Those are the kind of people you should look for. And one thing about network marketing is, if you get it right, even if you have 1,000 people in your network, based on my own previous experience, you don't need those 1,000 people, honestly. Just have them in your network. You only need that one person in your right, one person on your left, who is doing the business, who knows what they're doing, who are active, and you're sorted. I remember in my hood business, despite me making that amount of money I've stated earlier, I think I only have about 5 or 6 people doing the business. And I had over 5,000 people in my leg, over 5,000 people. So my team was going and growing and growing, but only 5 people are constantly doing work, constantly registering. I remember there's a guy I registered from Cameroon. He brought everyone from France, everyone from Cameroon. It started progressing, going to other countries. Then I have somebody who is a pastor. That's why I say pastors, don't play with them. They are men of God. God uses them a lot. I had a pastor who joined my team. That lady, oh my God, may God keep blessing her. She brought everyone from America, and the team grew so much, so much that it was so big, and we had over 5,000 people in our network. So you can see, when you have 5,000 people, how much you'll be making when they work. Like I said, don't expect all of them to work, because it doesn't work like that. But just concentrate and support that person is ready, is keen, is eager. Those are the kind of people you really put most of your energy. If the other ones need support, become secondary, but support them. But this is how network marketing works. And I hope your business will improve very, very soon. All those
Yeah.
people on sick bed, stroke, and all that, just get them on, and you see what happens.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Do we have any other questions? Or if there's none, I think we've done 1.5 hours now. If maybe Chief want to give us a roundup, or just to close the chat, then we can take it off from there. Or if you have any other questions, please chat me. Put your questions in the chat. Don't you see, when it comes to network marketing, please be open. Ask the most stupid question. Don't say a question is stupid, because any question is important. If there's anything you're not clear about, please just ask. Just ask. You can't ask anything wrongly. Just ask, because when you ask, it just makes the process easier. I remember when I started network marketing, I would wake my upline up in the middle of the night, because that question cannot go. I need to know now. And it's always there to answer. And we're able to do so well. And I remember the company, we went to Dubai. They gave me an award for I'm still in that business. Despite me leaving them, I'm still the biggest person in the entire Europe in that business. Nobody has surpassed me so far. And one statement the CEO of that company said, he said, when you have Abby in your team, you have a whole nation. And I held on to that. So when you have me in your team, you have a whole nation. You have to have that mindset too. So to keep going, to keep doing the business. So when you're in that person, that's who you need to locate. That person that's keen, that's eager. Give them all the support you need, all the questions they're asking you. If you're not sure, Don't bluff up. Don't just tell them something you don't know. Ask, say, oh, I'll confirm. I'll come back to you. Let me check. Let me this. So come to us. If you're not sure or you don't know how to talk to them, call me. Call the leaders who know what they're saying. We can speak to them. I mean, we have a powerful leader here that's brought so many people so far, and she will call me and say, Abi, speak to this person, and that's how it should be. Those person get more comfortable when they speak to somebody who know what they're saying. If you're still growing because you've only just joined, you've done nothing wrong. Don't get intimidated. Don't get, because you're going to get customers that will try to intimidate you. Don't worry. Just pass them to your upline, and that's how we all progress. So I would say thank you so much to everyone that's joining today. I hope we all have a lovely evening. And if Chief has got anything to say, we can just conclude.
Yes, yes, AB, thank you very much for accommodating us. And as I always tell people, network marketing is all about positioning,
Yes.
positioning, positioning. You know, in the crypto space is different. In network marketing, it's all about positioning. Um, you know, first movers advantage, first
Mm.
mover advantage. And I think what we have here is an awesome product. And that is why I get involved, because trust me, I've been doing this for many years and I understand it very well. And I just don't get into things like that. So, what I would say to the members of the group is number one, um, position yourself. If you want to make thrive, thrive in this business, position yourself. Then you begin to make your list. Look for persons that have influence, as AB was saying, pastors, nurses, you know, doctors. They're network marketing people in your country, and they're promoting products that is not as half as good. So that is what you have. Also, take advantage of um, uh, becoming the country manager, and you can also be country manager for several countries, because like AB, he oversees Europe, and he's also not overseeing countries in Africa until we're able to realize the volume. So think of that first move advantage. Position yourself. Um, uh, I put out a formula the other day that if all of us do our three, and I said 3% because minimum three, because it's 3% that maximize the compensation plan. But I said at least do six. You go twice as fast. Every within 2 weeks and you join. If you're a builder, within 2 weeks and you join, find your three, maximum six, then you can relax. Especially if they're builders. If they're just persons who are weak, they might need more than six on your team. But at least once you have six builders, 3 and 3, you're good. All right. So that is what I would say. And of course, create your own WhatsApp group. Create your own WhatsApp group so that you can feed from this group to your WhatsApp group. The information that will come into this group, you can feed into your local WhatsApp group. And also, when we have meetings such as this, then they can be invited, because the company also has leaders have their team meetings. AB also has his team meeting, and so we'll just plug into these meetings. Because the more we can learn from each other is also good. So thank you very much. And as I said, you're not isolated to your own area. You may be in London. Don't be intimidated by AB being in the UK. You can take over AB,
Yes.
because this is how network marketing is. This is not who coming first. This is how
Mm.
you position yourself. That is one thing I know. Taking over is allowed in this field. And so thank you very much, AB, again for your time. Yeah, that's all I have to
Thank
say.
you. Thank you. And thank you, everyone. I hope we all have a fantastic evening. And what I would just say is please check your telephone. Like I have over 3,000 people on my mobile at the moment. Please just write down top 100 people. Is the way to start when you're starting in this kind of business. Top 100 people that are friends and family and people you know or don't know, or people you know maybe going through one or two things. Just chip into them. Oh, I think I have solution. You say don't come across like you're trying to sell something or you're trying to make money of them. Don't go to say to them, oh, you see, if you help me, I'm gonna make this money. That's it. That's a complete put off. Just make them feel. You see, when I speak to people, sometimes they feel like if they don't use Miracell, oh my God, something is going to happen to them the next day. That's the kind of feeling you want to give. You're coming to save the world. Jesus said, yeah, let the eyes be open, and the eyes open. You are set free. You know, that's the kind of mindset you have to come with. You're coming to save the world. You are the Jesus of your time. This product is turning things around in people's lives. So you're coming across to people like you are the Messiah that God has sent to save them. And that's the approach. And give them that sense of urgency. You're making them understand that if they don't take that offer, hey, it may be detrimental to their health. Now they have an option. The doctor have said to them, you only have 6 months to go. I mean, just there's nothing we can do, because what you need to understand is that the doctors now, what they do is manage out process. We see what happened at the back of COVID. And in the UK now, they were saying last week that there's over 120 people waiting for surgery to be done. And it's going to take them about 5 years of wait for all these surgeries to be done. Now, you tell me, you have gold in your hand. What are you waiting for? Go to these people. You just need access to them. One person lead to one person, this person use it. They could see that, oh, what I'm waiting for surgery is gone. I don't even have to. I'll give you an example. This lady joined. Okay, they told her she has just to use that as an example, that she has cancer of the stomach. I don't know what name that cancer is called. And I was in the hospital. So it's not that they told us, because the daughter is my wife's friend. So we went to the hospital. They were to remove our womb, because they said the cancer is spreading in our womb. And if they remove it, and no, in our womb, and they're going to put this stomach bag. I don't know if you know stomach bag, where she'll be pooing from the bag. So they wanted to do that operation to get rid of all those part of the organs, so that she'll be that if they get rid of it, then the cancer will not spread. We got to the hospital 7 a.m. that day. My wife was there to give the daughter support. She was wheeled into the theater, and they were to use this. In fact, she was the first. There's an hospital. I don't want to mention names so that it's not linked to her. So just for data protection. So we went in that hospital. That was the first time they were using this machine to do the operation. So it's not human that would do it, it's the machine. They wheel that in, then the final scan before the operation is done. They scan her. You won't believe. The whole hospital erupted because there was no cancerous cell in her body anymore. All gone. The thing they did the scan again, they couldn't find anything. They did the scan again, they couldn't find anything. At the end of the day, they said there's a number of times they have to do the scan because it starts affecting her. They can't do it too many times. So they told her to go home, to go back home, that the machine couldn't find the cancer in her body. The cancer disappeared. Until today, what I'm saying now is about 4 years ago, about using stem cell. So the daughter called me, we start giving her stem cell. Until today, she's fine. She's not cancerous anymore. So what more miracle can we do? The lady was saying she doesn't know how she's going to cope with stomach bag, having to pull and carry that bag everywhere. She just couldn't live with it. Oh, look at her now. She's fine. So these are the kind of miracles we can do, and so many others. I told you about the lady that was told to die in 4 days, and there she is. She's still alive today. So you can do the same. So if you help one person, that person helps other people. That person helps other people. And like Chief said, concentrate on your 3 to 6. Six, ideally, if you can. I've only started this business in June. And wait, I only started in June, and I'm gonna do something so that you see. So there's nothing not impossible, because I'm the stockist, so I'm working as a stockist, but I'm also doing networking. So I'm not sitting there just looking. And if you look, direct sponsor from June, that's June, July, August, September, October. I started with this company, and look, direct sponsor, 38 people I've sponsored by myself. 38 in that 4 months. Is it less than 4 months now? 38 people. So if chief is telling you should sponsor 6. It's not anything. In 6, I think on average I sponsor 6 every week. So if I've done that and look at in ranking, I'm going to Star Maker now. This is my account. I'm going to Star Maker now in ranking, which is I'm in 6,840. So very soon I'm going to be a star. I want to become a star. They gave me 2 grams of gold, you know. So I got 1 gram of gold when I became a Star Maker. So it's not impossible. Just keep talking, keep speaking to people, and the sky is not even the limit. All right. So, and I think that's it for today. And we will talk more and do more training and learn more a bit of the technical side of the business and also the marketing side, the mindset. So there's a series of training that's coming up. I'll be inviting you. So we do, for now, we do trainings every 2 weeks. So which I'll be sending to the group too, so that you can join and keep learning. So with that said, I wish everybody a very good evening, and I hope we have a good time with the family. Thank you. So in the absence of no other questions or anything to say, so I say goodbye to everybody and all the very best. So we can unmute and just say bye. Everybody can unmute and say bye.
Thank you very much, and bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.